Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days a year. I'm here at noon Central Time in the U.S., Chicago time, or as soon after as I can get on here. I take, excuse me, I take questions out of the chat. So just put your questions in the chat in all caps, and then I'll know anything in the chat in all caps. I'll know you're talking to me. And other than that, please just type normally. People have whole conversations and really supportive of each other. Whenever Tully in France was saying, said that we, meaning everybody in the chat, we are Autumn's angels, which is really sweet. So thank you. Fennec, I do have your question down. You are number 3 on the hit parade today. And I just want to say, after I get done with the readings, I go down into the description box. I type out all the questions for today, and I timestamp them. So if you're watching this on replay, hello, you can just go down. You can click on the timestamps and go to exactly what you're interested in. And because at the beginning I take questions and we chit chat and that kind of thing. So, and of course, you're always welcome. So, and there's not much excuse. Even if you normally do something around this time of day, are you doing it 7 days a week? Because I'm here 7 days a week, and we could hang out, and people here are so sweet. All right. 10% of all income that comes from the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. It's an ongoing thing. And that's what I've got. So far, oh, thank you, Judy. Oh, thank you, Barbara. You're very sweet. Is there any color that doesn't suit you? Well, you see, here's the thing. When you are the color of a piece of paper, those things will go. So my father's a Carrot Top redhead. So way pale. Thank you. All right. Rolanda's saying, what's going on with YouTube and the removal of many readers who bring up Drumpf and the insurrection? I don't know anything about that. Cat likes the Fibonacci pattern on the flower petals. It's awfully nice. I made this overlay and it was like, oh, I was saving it for today. But anyway. And for what it's worth, the hair's up. It's still too hot to put my hair down. I mean, yeah, I have. Thank you. I do have some AC here, but with the lights and these great big windows right here, and yeah. So anyway, all right. So yeah, there's going to be up for a while. All right. So right now I've only got 4 questions. So let me see if I can pull anything else up here, because nothing's been cut off. Again, because I'm jumping in here early and I'm starting to gather your questions before I start. So nothing's been cut off. So I've got Fennec's question. And YouTube and removal. Well, if nothing else, Rolanda, I could always ask about that. Is that a thing? Are YouTubers being removed or sidelined? So, Sherry, a lot of readers are using acronyms. Goodness. Well, then we should definitely look at this if that's something going on. Very strange. Okay. Julie's asking, how long will Melbourne stay in lockdown? This is the 5th time. Oh my gosh. Well, how's the old vaccine thing going? Because didn't your prime minister, or is it prime minister, or is the president? I want to say he's the prime minister. But he went with a different vaccine, and then things fell apart or something. Oh goodness. Anyway, Roland saying Marie from Marie's Table had to remove some of her videos, and Amy and a few others. I, I, okay, I'm baffled. Jay Lester, where do you get those great shirts? This is just Land's End from Amazon. It's just I look actually I look for sales. I wait for sales. I keep an eye on the Supima cotton Land's End shirts because they really do last longer and stand up to washing and stuff. And since I'm on camera every day, but I wait for them. I check back very, very often to keep an eye on, or I'll keep some in the cart on my cart in Amazon. So whenever I buy something, I can scroll down and see if they're on sale. Because if you buy them full price, they're like $30 some. But if you really wait, and you're ready to jump, you can get them for as little as like 17. So, but you have to wait. So I have them in all kinds of colors, but I waited until they were all on sale. Okay, hope that helps. All right. Okay. Now I'm starting to worry. Should I be checking my Gmail? Were they told to take stuff down? I'm not seeing anything in Gmail that I've missed, and if I go to my dashboard, I don't have anything popping up. So I'm not seeing any complaints about me personally. So, But anyway, all right. So we've got number 5. We've got how long will Melbourne be locked down? Kathy Anderson, triple digits up in North California. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Man. Thank you, Sherry. Barbara's saying those roses would make awesome quilting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Marilyn's asking, how are the Trump kids doing without Secret Service? So look at that. Well, it's not like they can't afford their own security, but let's see if there's anything hinky going on there. Okay. Lynn is asking, just put all your questions for me in all caps. If it's in all caps, I'll know that you're talking to me. But I happen to see Lynn's question, will Kavanaugh be removed from the Supreme Court? I could have sworn I read on this yesterday. In fact, I need to flip down to, my whole life is in this planner. I need to flip down to right here. Kavanaugh, I like beer. Yes, at 1 hour, 19 minutes and 30 seconds. I was reading on Kavanaugh yesterday. But I'm not going to lie. If I've got time, I'll throw that in there again because I don't know. It just seems like there's something weird. Anyway, I think Foghorn and I Like Beer titles will pass though. Oh, well, probably, but that's what I call them. Victoria, will voting rights bills be passed by October? Okay, Victoria, good question. You guys have great questions. Let me put that in here. That is going to be number 7 today on the hit parade. All right. Charles is asking, will McCarthy be removed for such poor leadership? He just got Pelosied. Okay. And Robin's saying YouTube is removing some of the political videos. They've stopped doing political ones. If I go back here, if I go to my content, go to my live, and I scroll down, nothing's. I'm not getting any warnings. I don't see any videos right offhand. that have been taken down. Gosh, it's kind of scary. Okay, Polywanda, will the high mortality rate of the unvaccinated MAGA damage the Republicans in the 2022 elections? Go. Oh, thank you, Jay Lester. Okay. So we've got that. YouTube took down Marie Table. Oh my gosh. Holly and France, does YouTube tell people when their videos have been removed? Usually. There'll be some kind of warning across the top of the YouTube studio. Jay Lister, she doesn't block trolls though. Okay. I've watched a couple of reactors. They say they're being punished for even talking about COVID. Jolie, lovely roses with lovely art. Thank you. Well, this might be my last. This might be my last video. Goodbye, everybody. No, I haven't. Hello, Lynette. Well, I hope they don't. I hope I don't have to stop doing political stuff. I mean, I'm working on some other. I'm working on merchandise, and I'm working on my books, and I'm working on all this stuff that I want to know what's going on politically. I want to read on this stuff, and if I don't do this with you, I'm going to be doing it here by myself. Because I watch the news and I'm like, oh my gosh, where are my cards? Crazy town. Okay. Thank you, Jolie. Bye-bye. You guys are so sweet. Jay Lester, YouTube has cracked down on virus disinformation since last year. Just don't mention it. I read on it every once in a while, but I am pro-vaccine. I am pro people, and I am pro people not getting medical information from YouTube, especially here. Do not take medical or financial advice from anybody on YouTube. You can get ideas and go take it to people who are accredited and say, hey, what do you think of this? But no. Okay, I better get my skates on so I can make sure I get questions answered before 2:00. Patricia was asking, will Jennifer Weisselberg get her children back, sole custody? So I've got that down. Holly Wanda has a strange question. Has anyone ever seen Trump's feet? Are they cloven? Would you like me to read on that? Let me know. Jay Lester, your titles don't trigger alarms by keywords. Thank you. Oh, Sheila's here. Hello, beautiful. I haven't talked to you in ages. Paula, do you... Oh, and I don't get as nasty as some of the other readers? Well, I hope I'm not nasty. Oh, gosh. All right, so anyway, moving on. All right, I think... Yes. Autumn, fun, tiny feet. Yes, fun, tiny feet. Oh, Sheila, I know. You pop in often. It's not you. I'm saying I haven't talked to you directly in a while, and I've missed you. That's all I'm saying. Tiny feet. All right, now I have to read on it. Do I ever sage my cards? Yes. And I salt and sage them. Not as often as I should, but I do. JM's asking, will schools go remote again due to the variants? I'm not baby tiny. No. We're talking about tiny feet. I love a good pun. Chat is saying, Kavanaugh question, will the Kavanaugh brewhaha blow up Mitch McConnell's career? All right, I have more than enough questions for today, but I'm all right. That's going to do it. I'm full up with questions for today, but I'm very grateful for them. Okay, Paula's saying 45 might have little hooves like a goat. All right. In that case, I have ye old rack. Somebody is every blue moon someone will ask about the card rack I use, and I have put the link in the description box for what it's worth. I put the link in the description box for various things. So, in case anyone is wondering. So, today is Saturday, July 24th. Can you believe we made it this far? Wow. Desrat, picturing Autumn after a nasty reading, looking at her cards. Mommy, I fell in a ditch. I don't understand. I'm sorry. The cards fell in a ditch, or I feel like I fell in a ditch. Oh, I've definitely had readings here where it was like, ugh. Teresa says Trump doesn't deserve cute little goat feet. Well, but boy, would it make him mad. And considering the vile things he did while he was in office and he has done personally, a little teasing is not balancing the karmic scale very much. Marianne, I've got my questions for today. Did I include the one on Kavanaugh or not? Anyway, I'm just going to start at the top and I'm going to work my way down. Okay. So, oh yeah, just right. Saw the cute video, baby goats in pajamas. That was adorable. Okay. Whew. We're going fairly dark right off the top. So at 19, Jane was asking, will we learn the truth? Will we learn the full truth? Let's say full truth about Khashoggi's death. Oh yeah, there's some dark energy. I don't read on serial killers, and this is why. Chris, it's the full moon's fault. Oh. Fennec, I'm picturing Trump walking around on little goat feet. It's hilarious. Excuse me. Sorry. Came out of nowhere. Will we learn the full truth about Khashoggi's murders? Murder, who was, how much was Kushner involved? Will Mohammed bin Salman face justice? Hollywood, a spur is born. I love you guys. All right, King of Pentacles. Yeah, the whole reason that MBS and Kushner, all of these people who allegedly entertainment only, I'm just reading cards, I'm reading on the collective energy, but the only reason that they've been able to get away with the things they have is because they're rich. That's it. If these people weren't rich, I mean, seriously, if the Saudis weren't rich, they have all that oil, but they have all that money. And if they didn't, you think U.S. policy toward them would have been this favorable for this long? Okay. Bless your soul, sir. Okay. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I'm going to need some qualifiers on this. There was his death. We were told part of the story. I've got aggression in the center. This could be, and since it's right next to the Nine of Swords, it makes me think that what happens here is causing sleeplessness. So possibly some aggressive law enforcement, maybe. This is my card for Kushner. Page of Pentacles. He always comes up as the child of money, even though he's a grown adult. Well, I've got some law enforcement, but... And I didn't see an MBS card there. Whoops. Dave's saying Page of Pentacles is my card for Eric. Fair enough. I don't know why. It just always comes up for me as Kushner. I don't actually have a card for Eric. A card for Junior. I have a card for Ivanka. I have a card for Trump himself. One for Kushner. I don't actually have a card. Come on, people. Will there be actual justice? Disgusting. I don't like reading on people. I don't like reading on this kind of stuff. Because this stuff is so awful. It isn't like, oh, it's about me. I don't like reading. No, this is so awful. And then I have to go into this energy to read on it. And it's not a criticism of anyone who asked the question. It's just, why do these things happen? How can people live with themselves? I don't get it. Three of Cups. No, Jane, you're good. No. That was not aimed at you or anybody. It's these killers. I don't get it. Intellectually, I know these things happen, but I don't get it. Dave says Kushner's the 10 of Swords for me because of his destiny. I can get behind that. Five of Cups, Star card. Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. We only got part of the story, and we're still trying to sort out truth and lies. This is the maelstrom of Trump era corruption and garbage. There's Kushner, but it's actually there's a plan about money that is actually the focus here. It's not the murder, it's the money, the plan that is going to hit Kushner. This is so there's some separating truth and lies here, but the main energies in this Trump world chaos. So that's all I'm getting on that, I'm afraid. And there's absolutely nothing here that says MBS will be held accountable. Infuriating. Just 3 cards. MBS. Any chance you are ever going to see actual justice for your deeds? 10 of Swords. Yeah, but might be the one holding the swords. Insult, injury. King of Wands. Ace of Cups. Later, maybe. Saudi Arabia may go in a slightly more liberal direction in the long run. I think that the Saudi Arabia, it's slowly curving toward equality, democracy, all of that, but the pace is glacial. So, well, but no, thank you for the question. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's these people. I just okay. Kat was asking about Josh Hawley. I don't often read these kind of questions on these kind of questions just because it's vague. But you're absolutely correct, Mr. Show of stupidity. The seek help. Yeah, that's seek. Even if it's a fist, that was a seek help to the insurrectionists. Josh Hawley, he has been quiet. He wasn't quiet on January 6th. Sherry saying, I know Biden met with MBS's father to straighten out some of the garbage coming from MBS. We could look at that maybe tomorrow or soon. Okay, Josh Hawley. During Trump's impeachment trial, Josh Hawley went up into the gallery. I mean, they were making space so that different lawmakers they could go sit in spaced out in different areas. But he went straight in the gallery. He put his feet up and made a show of not paying attention. Josh Hawley, you're awfully quiet suddenly. Why are you quiet? Josh Hawley. Oh, he's a grumpy thing, isn't he? Two of Cups. Let me see what the rest of the cards say. Three of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. King of Cups. Six of Wands. Two of Wands. I'm going to guess he's still communicating the Trump victory, which wasn't a victory. Hello, everybody. The Democrats being in power cramps his style, but he's still a fighter for the Republicans. This feels like it's maybe the January 6th Select Committee, but this has to do with the insurrection. So this is what he's doing, and he's still communicating. Biden, no, Trump. I can't even say it. WON. He didn't. So, do you have some legal problems in your future? Oh, feels like the whole world is tilted. Josh Hawley. I'm trying to remember all the stuff that was hanging over him. Lynott is saying his silence speaks volumes. He's terrified about what they might find. Garland and the DOJ might work slowly, but that means they're being thorough. He'll get his. Lynott is wise. Chase, thank you. That was very sweet. Let's see. Josh Hawley, do you have some trouble in your future? He's just trying to keep his head down. 5 of Pentacles. 2 of Wands. Committee. And it's just the same energy. It's also very small energy, but he was feeling isolated, but he's a true believer in Trumpism because he wants to be Trump's successor, like you wouldn't believe. But this is the committee. What we should be asking is about Josh Hawley and the January Select Committee. So it's 32. I think that's important. 32. J6SC, January 6th Select Committee. Thank you, Fennec. Thank you. It's very kind. Let's see here. All right, hang on. I need to close the door here. Isn't he on the top of the cat tree? In there on the left? Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Sorry. I was trying to take care of and make sure the kitties were okay. That's very sweet. Okay. All right. 33, 30. Josh Hawley and the January 6th Select Committee. Are you going to have some splaining to do? Paula said, I just busted out a new paintbrush while I listen. Oh, wonderful. I mean, that's the whole thing about the afternoon creative blocks, time blocks on Book Art Media is get some creativity in the world. It's very important to me. That's why I do it. Josh Hawley's January 6th Select Committee. Okay, I've got cards right off the top of the deck. He can't spin it. Can't spin it. 10 of Cups. Wow. It feels like the Democrats are going to get hold of the truth, and they're going to use it. Temperance. 2 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. He's just being temperate right now. He's just trying to stay quiet. He's just trying to be one of the Republicans. Just keep his head down, just do the work. But he's having trouble raising money because he's being quiet, because he's not out there making a fuss. But he's expecting, you're gonna see him puff back up and go out there and refuse to cooperate. Really. So the next time we see him, he'll be being Mr. Macho Man. Next time we see Hawley, he'll be Mr. Macho Man who doesn't cooperate with namby-pamby, girly Democratic committees. It's weird. It's weird how quiet his energy is. Queen of Swords, investigations. Big investigations. Not major arcana investigations, but big investigations. 10 of Wands, that's a burden. 2 of Swords, that's a legal decision. 3 of Swords, that is legal heartache. The World card, the world as you know it is over. And 4 of Swords. It goes quiet. The words that are coming to me are no recourse. And it's right next to the World card. This is the burden he's carrying about all of his links to neo-fascism. Legal decision. Legally, metaphorically, he gets big metal swords all through the fleshy bits. It's not good. And that's right next to the World card, which is the end of the chapter, end of the book, whole new part of life. And then silence. Silent as a tomb, but this did damage here, and that's in the center position. It's a little bit of a... It doesn't quite... What does that mean? What does that 4 of Swords after the World mean? What's going to happen to Josh Hawley? And the January Select Committee, are they going to give him a hard time and then tell him to go away, or... Are they going to go, all right, whatever, and move on? And it's going to lead to other charges. What's going to happen here? Metaphorical big swords in the fleshy bits. Queen of Cups. 8 of Wands. Queen of Swords. 2 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, I get it. How many different ways do we have to say this to you? The message is in these cards. We're not saying the Major Arcana says everything, wondering if it's karmic. This is the Democrats. This is all the everything from. There will be a serious investigation of all of his rhetoric and actions against the danger the Democrats were in on January 6th. There's a legal decision here that stems from, stems from the burden of all the proof they have of this. He can't avoid that. So he's in some trouble, but I'm not getting more information than that. I'm just getting, this is going to hurt him. Okay. All right. That's it for Josh Hawley for the moment. All right. 3. Will, where are we? We're at 40. Will Biden lower age? Social Security to 60. All right, look at that. Joe Biden. Lower the age for Social Security to 60. Security. 9 of Wands. People are certainly feeling beaten up. Also feels like COVID. I wonder how many people are going to have to go on disability because of COVID. Long haulers. 4 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, Chariot, Page of Cups. It feels like there are definite improvements in the safety net. The Republicans won't go for anything like that, but there could be an argument for it, and there's definite lawmakers moving really strongly forward on things like disability or children. Lowering the age of Social Security to 60, though. That's not jumping out. Silence, legislative silence. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure it's worth turning these cards over, but look. I don't think so. 3 of Swords, Temperance. It hurts. It's hurting people. People are really suffering. High Priestess. Tower. And the World. People are hurting. This is both trying to use higher wisdom, but there's also it feels like there's also some funny money stuff that went on in the fine print that's going to make the financial situation harder for the government. But people really are hurting, and it's going to become more and more evident as time goes on. But this does not mean the country is going to fall. This doesn't mean, no. Things have to change. The way things are, the damage that was done now, it's a rot that will be, it's like being heavily bruised. It's like getting hit by something, and you don't see the bruises until later. You don't see the extent of it. The extent of the damage isn't visible until later, and that's what we're going through with the illness. So, and that's going to have a big effect on disability, where they're putting money. There are a lot of people hurting, but I'm not getting 60. Sorry. Fennec saying it's hard to get individual health insurance when people have retired early and cannot go on Social Security. It's tough on people. Oh, I understand. I don't have health insurance. I can't afford it. The premiums are so high, and it's so much a month that I may as well just, I hope I have enough savings to help to work out whatever, but I probably don't, but I can try. Okay. Nanette had a question about Biden and Clinton having dinner with Biden at the White House. Okay, so Clinton, Biden, dinner. 46. Did they talk, is Clinton Biden dinner, were they talking about Supreme Court picks? No, 47. All right. When Hillary Clinton went back to the White House, does that make her the politician who has spent the most time actually inside the White House? I'm sure it's not true, but she was First Lady. If you include her time as First Lady plus being Secretary of State plus no, I'm just teasing. Did they talk about Supreme Court picks and a possible Supreme Court vacancy? Six of Pentacles. They partially talked about trying to. There was a certain level also of nostalgia because Biden wants to talk about bipartisanship and things like that in the good old days of bipartisanship, and so they talked some about that. Page of Pentacles. I hope she gave him a very pleasant cold dousing of water about bipartisanship with McConnell and his ilk, but pages and pages. This is grandkids. They talked a lot about the Trump era and the neo-fascism. And Republicans, I don't know, this feels more like voting. It feels more like getting out the vote. Jolie, and the deductibles are so high, it's like you don't have insurance. Exactly. Teresa, Franklin Roosevelt, 4 terms. Yes, I know. They talk about vacancy on the Supreme Court. Queen of Wands. Talked about Pelosi. 3 of Cups, Sun, and they talked about white supremacy groups, but on the whole, just enjoying the fact that it's Biden in the White House and not Trump. I'm not really getting much about the Supreme Court. Maybe they talked about it, but it's not really in the cards or the energy in a huge way. So, okay. So Melbourne at 51. Melbourne is going back on lockdown for the 5th time. Is it going to be for Tara's terrible with timing. They don't have time on the other side, so they're just not good at it. Sorry, you just aren't. But roughly, one little time, long time, Melbourne, Australia is going into lockdown for the 5th time. My understanding, just from listening to Lena Rodriguez, is Scotty from marketing. Is that who she calls the prime minister? He went with a different vaccine or something, and he didn't get enough of it, or so they didn't go the Pfizer Moderna route, and now they're stuck. Something like that. Melbourne. The King of Swords. That's, I had cups for medical care, but up in the upper echelons, the administrative side, the people deciding, the medical people, like Dr. Fauci, that they're the court cards of swords, kings and queens, and so. All right, at least there are decisions being made that include medical professionals. The Moon, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 7 of Cups. This energy is very clear. This is very clear. Decisions are being made with intelligent people helping to make the decisions. Okay. Then again, the reading, and it's like, what the? What did he call him? Was it Scotty from marketing, whatever Lena calls him? Did he make money off of the situation they were in? There was panic. There's a lot of misinformation that's disseminating. This is weird. Renee, they are now negotiating with Pfizer. Okay. Flora, big hugs from Australia. Ah, wonderful. Wonderful. I'd expect this in the reading of the United States reaction to the illness. And then that's misinformation. Renee, Scotty from marketing. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Scotty from marketing. So Melbourne's going into lockdown. Is it going to be for a short amount of time, a long amount of time? Is it going to be the 5th and final? Or is it going to be like the never-ending sequels of pain? The Australian politicians have shares in CSL mixed AstraZeneca. Is that the problem? Okay. Working. But that's money. Melbourne. King of Swords is back. 3 of Pentacles. Moon's in the center now. Lovers. 6 of Swords. All right, people will get vaccines and they will be able to travel soon to see loved ones. This is going to happen. So this will be an improvement. But this isn't great, and this feels like the political version of malpractice. Malfeasance, is that the word I'm looking for? This is political malfeasance. Is that the word I'm looking for? This is someone like a Fauci character, but it might be a group of people. I don't know, but it's the administrative medical people saying, no, we have to do something. And they're politicians. It's like, what's in it for us? So it's just chaos. But people will get eventually, but it's way over here. They want to see their loved ones and they can finally go, but it's way over here. I wish I had better news. Things will get better, though. Things will. They will. So I'm not getting just devils and towers and all of that, all the horrors. So considering the president that we've been dealing with for 4 years, I empathize. All right. Marilyn had a question. How are the Trump kids doing without Secret Service? Okay, so at 57:30. Trump service. All right. Is it just a take their money and buy their own stuff, hopefully? Cindy is also saying she's a Lands End Clothes and Sheets. They make the best linens and shirts. I also wait for sales at Talbot's here in Calgary due to the high price of shipping and receiving. Dan Andrews is the premier of Victoria, Melbourne, which Melbourne is in, and he's doing a terrific job rallying us and suppressing the virus. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. Oh, yeah, powdered sugar donuts. Now we're back on topic. Powdered sugar donuts. All right, basically, the grown children of our former president no longer have Secret Service protection. Ace of Wands. Well, it hasn't cramped their style too much. They're still, Junior and Eric are still running their mouths, I'm sorry to say. 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of, it was part of the grift. Yeah, it's grift. That's all this was. This was just, hey, get somebody else to pay. And they live for that. Trump lives for that. You don't pay for things. You make other people pay for things. So, hey, I keep my money and somebody else paid for it. Okay, well, that grift is over. We're just moving on to other grifts. What other suckers can we sucker in? I'm sorry, that's what this feels like. This is Trump's base of power. This is the center of his financial world. This is how he does things. And they were successful. Hey, got that paid for. Now we just, we're looking for the next suckers to come along. Yeah, they paid for it, so we got to keep the money. We're so smart. They feel smug. It's awful. don't think there's anything else here. They're just, I want to get out of this smug energy. These people are so awful. Okay. Victoria was asking about voting rights. And I'm going to say a voting rights bill. I'm not even picky at this point. The John Lewis one is HR one, or they're a decent voting rights bill. Will a decent voting rights bill pass by October? And I'm going to include October in that question. So 10130, including October. So, voting rights, U.S. voting rights. Hello, Washington, D.C. I can smell that old building, house turned in, mansion turned into a museum smell, with a little bit more astringent disinfectant. Washington, D.C. Voting rights. Will you be protecting voting rights? Getting a bill that protects voting rights passed. Oh, excuse me. Before October. Oh, I should say before November, but sorry. 10 of Cups. Well, we would definitely be happier. More people voting. Democrats would be happier. Temperance. Judgment. Temperance. Tempering. That's election day. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Oh, new legislation. The beginning of. Republicans won't be a part of it. And there's a little bit of a hole here, but that's a whole lot of votes, Democratic votes. This is a start, new legislative start. But Democrats are going to have to pass it. This Republican energy in the middle, it's just a page. There's not much there. And temper the abuses of voting rights. So is this, I mean, well, they may have to mess with the filibuster. I mean, if they're going to, come on, guys, it's voting rights. There's nothing more fundamental to our democracy. That's the point. The whole point is we vote. I have voted in every major election and most midterm elections, almost all midterm elections, since I turned 18. I think I've only missed some local elections. We moved a lot. It was hard to keep track of things. Will we be able to get voting rights in? Ace of Wands, that's the neo-fascists. That's them with their very frustrating, undemocratic policies. Six of Pentacles. Communicating this far-right nonsense some people can vote, just our people can here, you get a ballot. Lovers in the center. Got the Hermit. And I've got the King of Wands. People who love the country. I'm getting a sense of don't worry, because the turnout is going to be massive next year. And Trump and his policies are going to be under immense scrutiny. This far right nonsense. It doesn't tell me that voting rights are being protected, though. One of these questions, I think, was, is it going to hurt the, are all these different policies going to hurt Republicans? We should look at that next. 3 more cards on voting rights. It is so fundamental and important. Voting rights. Far right, doing everything they can to clog up the works because they don't have enough voters. I've got a Justice card in the center and a Devil card there. Well, whatever the Democrats are going to do, they need to do it sooner rather than later, because these blankety blanks are going to try to tie it up in court for as long as possible. They're going to find the most right-wing judges they can, and then it's going to have to go up through the appeals court and vote, 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 vote. So that was there. So let me move Polly Wanda's question up one. It's because it's directly related, and then we'll go on to McCarthy. I'm always afraid I'm going to accidentally say McCartney. I have this incredible fear of accidentally saying McCartney. It's like, no, Paul McCartney is a treasure to humanity. McCarthy, both McCarthys have been awful. McCarthyism and the new McCarthyism. Polly Wanda, could Jimmy Carter run for a second term in 2024? He'd be 98 or something. Okay, so at 109, will the high mortality of the unvaccinated MAGA people damage Republicans in the 2022 elections? Unvaccinated MAGA. Damage Republicans in 2022. All right, well, this nonsense. Actually, it's going to be 110. I mentioned mansion, and my energy just went over to mansion. It's like, no, not, oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit the microphone. No, not mansion. We're looking at unvaccinated MAGA people. This whole unvaccinated and the MAGA deaths in red areas, this is going to damage Republicans in the 2022 election. This is also a really good example if you're trying to teach someone about where hate leads you. and cutting off your nose to spite your face. What does that mean? Well, Ace of Swords. Oh, look, it's the truth. And the swords are what I get for the vaccine. Like, it's quite a shot. Justice. Four of Cups. World card. Two of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Yes, it hurts them. It's not everything it should be, but this whole my body, my choice. Oh, really? So you believe in abortion rights? Oh, no, no, no. It's only my body, what I want, when I want it. But you're going to pass laws about other people. Well, yeah. Okay. This garbage. No, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. Meanwhile, hello. The pandemic goes around the world and it mutates. And now we get mutation around the world. And then we get other mutations around the world, and it's until people get vaccinated. Yes, this is weakening the Republican. It's making their their side unsteady, and this is not only medical professionals, but this is also Democrats protecting the realm. They're actually up on the horse. They're doing the work. They're protecting the realm. Kind of like with Ted Cruz and Beto O'Rourke during the horrible floods and whatnot in Texas. One of them, was on the phone calling elderly people, calling neighborhoods, checking on people. One of them was going on vacation, or basically laying down on the job, falling down on the job. This is doing the work. So yeah, it's going to hurt them. Not as much as it probably should, but definitely it will do some damage. Okay. Where am I? So I've got that. Oh, McCarthy. Okay, so at 1:13:30, will McCarthy be removed? Charles said, quote, "Will McCarthy be removed for such poor leadership? He just got Pelosied." I like that. McCarthy, are you going to be removed from leadership? Oh, we're not going to go for an independent council. No. Okay, we're going to set up our own. What? Well, then I'm putting these radicals on there. No, you're not. Democrats played him like a fiddle. You're going to be awful? Fine. We won't play. 8 of Wands. Thank you, guys. 8 of Wands. This neo-fascist, throw everything you have at it, cause as much chaos as possible. Star card in the middle. Page of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. His own members are going to get into huge trouble as the January 6th Select Committee goes forward. I've been getting that regularly. Entertainment only. What do I know? But that's what the cards have been saying. Republicans, from the lowly to the high, getting in big trouble. But keep stirring things up. No, the Select Committee is going to start separating the reality from the lies. And this leaves Republicans who are involved weak. They're not kings anymore. They're pages. And they're in trouble. So this isn't speaking about if McCarthy is removed, but it doesn't. It says a lot about him as a leader. I hope he's never speaker. McCarthy. He's being. It feels like all these. It feels like he's standing there, and all these near misses are coming pat. And he's reacting rather than being proactive, or he's trying to be proactive, but he's fumbling. It's a lover's card. Six of Pentacles again. Page of Swords. Eight of Swords. Give nothing. Walk away. Be a bully like Trump. Love the Fuhrer. Mr. Okay. We'll just start calling him Mr. Incompetent. And yeah, maybe him staying in is a good thing. Maybe it helps Democrats in the long run. I don't know. All right, at 1:17:30, we are going to look at Jennifer Weisselberg. Will she get her children back? Will she get full custody? This poor woman. She is under huge stress. Divorce is nasty. Her ex is a crook. Her ex's family are crooks. Allegedly. But this is entertainment only. Jennifer Weisselberg, are you going to get your kids back? And are you going to get sole custody? Please tell me this poor woman gets her kids back. Absolutely nothing has been brought up as to why. Like, oh, well, she's an unfit mother. She's a drug addict. She's a, there's been nothing. The other side would have just put that on a billboard in Times Square if that was the case. The family dynasty. The Trump family dynasty and the Weisselberg family dynasty. Death of the marriage. Justice, death of the marriage. That's the divorce. Nasty divorce. And no emotional appeal working, nothing, no decency. He who has the most money wins. But she has the last laugh. It's the emotion and the love, which is what the kids really need. I think there's more. Let me pull some more cards. Jennifer Weisselberg. Tell me she's not obedient. Yeah. Exactly. I've been getting that she will succeed in time, Linda. Yeah. Jennifer Weisselberg. Just hold it together. I know it's hard, but hold it together. I don't know exactly what you're going through right now because I was not blessed with children, but I have had my troubles. And there are times it's so hard to hold it together, but there's light at the end of this tunnel. Judgment. Okay, this feels like this, it isn't a justice card, but this feels like just to do with legal judgments. Seven of Swords, Three of Wands, Six of Swords, Knight of Wands. See, I was worried there because I've got this is a thief. This is sorry, this thing's making noise. Let me shut it down. There we go. This is a thief. This is the way that they were doing business, sending the ships out, what will come back. This is the belligerence. This is the victory of their way of doing things. And I was like, oh gosh, all these cards. But with the one in the middle, I think ex-hubby is, according to the cards, going to prison. And it's all there. It's all there. He's going to prison. Hold it together. Hold it together. Teresa Ford saying she'll get the kids when the hubby is in jail. I think that's exactly what I'm getting here. The Emperor. The big man. Big man. Hierophant. Hanged man. You know, part of the I can almost guarantee you that a part, not all, but a part of him getting custody may have been his lawyer's argument that, well, my client can afford to give the children this amazing education, and she can't. Although it should be like, no, but if she gets custody, he should pay for the education anyway if he can afford it. But some people would take it as, some judges would take that as a straight, oh yes, okay, you've got the resources, you get the kids. But what they've been talking about in the news is that it was Trump who said, I'll take care of it. So if Trump is no longer taking care of it, the husband has fewer arguments. Hierophant, establishment. They've been lying through their teeth about the books. This is the company, and this is the company being suspended. All actions, all business, all commerce being suspended. Yep. Okay. JM was asking at 1. 30. Will schools go remote again? Okay, let's have a look at that. Will schools go remote again? Schools go remote again. In the U.S. Schools go remote. Page of Swords, young people learning. We're in the right area. King of Cups. Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, Six of Cups, Three of Swords. It's a tough call. It's a tough call because you've got to keep the kids safe, but at the same time, then you've got childcare issues. And it is most often the women who end up staying home. Women's careers are being decimated. Men's as well. I'm not saying there aren't men. I'm saying that the majority of chores and child rearing falls on women. I don't think that's up for debate. The majority, not all. And if that's up for debate, if things have changed that much, I would love to be wrong. Please correct me. Health problems, the stupid. This is kind of a karma card. This ultra right wing. This is what you've put out. This is what's come back to you, and now we're stuck with these variants that do hurt children. I think there might be a nastier variant out there, or there will be, not forever. Gosh darn it. But since this has not been cropping up in all the readings, it doesn't feel like it'll be as bad as last time, or in other words, the vaccines will be helping people. Judgment. This makes it says that this has a huge ripple effect in the economy and you name it. Queen of Wands, the Sun, Ten of Pentacles. Why even bother telling me that those who have lots of money will have more options? Of course they will. This feels like mothers taking action. It will vary from place to place. And a lot of that variation will have to do with the level of vaccination in the area. But I think as the longer the variants are out there, you get nastier ones. Polywanda, if Trump was drowning, would you offer him a helping hand? Yes. Would he help you? No. Ten of Pentacles. Death card. World. That's the pandemic. That's what we've been through. Five of Wands, the misinformation, but it feels like reality is breaking through with the misinformation. Okay, and more people are definitely choosing and going to choose to get vaccinated. It's going to help immensely. Okay, so it feels like a mixed bag as to whether or not schools are going to go remote. They're going to try very hard not to actually have kids there. They may have to, things might have to shut down temporarily, maybe after Christmas, because everybody's traveling and seeing family, and they haven't seen family in so long, and of course that spreads everything. But we're gonna be overall much closer to being okay. So. Okay, so let me squeeze in a 13th question today. Chat had a question, and we're gonna put it in right under the wire at 1:30. Does the I Like Beer brewhaha? Does the Kavanaugh brewhaha blow up McConnell's career? And I'm not going to lie, part of the reason I'm taking extra time to answer this extra question is a really good pun, or a really good playing with words, play of words. I'm a sucker for a good play of words. All right, does this whole Kavanaugh brouhaha garbage, does I Like Beers mess blow up McConnell's career? I doubt it, but couldn't beat sense into either of them with a stick. All right, 6 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Lovers, King of Swords, 8 of Cups. This is definitely his legacy. I mean, he brags about getting those Supreme Court justices in. And make America white again. Hurt, basically be as far right as possible. His legacy. But this here, this is McConnell not taking part. It's going to be Kavanaugh revisited, is what it feels like. And Democrats are going to be able to do some damage to Kavanaugh. It doesn't, I don't know that it blows up his career, but it could blow up part of his legacy. And that's his big source of pride and cruelty, which he takes pride in. Okay, but that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much for being here. I answered 13 questions, and I will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. It's 1:40 here right now, 1:41. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over at the Book Art Media channel, where we do 4 25-minute creative sprints. You just pick a project you want to work on, you work on it quietly, and then in the 3-minute breaks between, we encourage each other and I just want to encourage creativity and make space for people to, in their day, to write that book they've always wanted to. Some people knit, some people paint, some people, but I'm all about that. And so over at Book Art Media at 4 o'clock. Lynette is often there, always fantastic when she's there. Holly and Friends, fortunately 4 p.m. is too late for me. Oh, I understand. All right. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow because I am here 365 days of the year. I hope that you have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. All right. And I will see you tomorrow.